we are joined with Mike Smith, Technical Director at Eddyfi Technologies. Hi Mike. So what brings you to SUBSEA EXPO this year?
Hello Kirsty. Well, we're actually introducing a complete new product this year to the SUBSEA EXPO, and with the launch of the U41. So this is the next generation of subsea ACFM equipment, primarily for detecting cracks subsea in subsea structures and pipelines, vessels, that sort of thing.
And this is a product here that you're launching at the show. Can you tell us a little bit more and about the sort of benefits for the industry?
Yeah, sure. So ACFM is a technology which has been around for about 30 years now and has quickly become a de facto way of finding and detecting subsurface fatigue cracking on structures, jackets and other offshore structures. It has some advantages over some of the more conventional techniques such as MPI, in that it requires much less cleaning in order to carry out the inspection. And also all of the data that it takes is recorded, so it's auditable and has a full record of every inspection that's taken. The other advantage as well is that the technique's able to determine the depth of defects that we find as well as just the surface length. So very quickly we can provide information which gives engineers an assessment of the criticality of the flaws that they're finding and whether to repair, whether to monitor, or how to manage their assets more efficiently. So let me tell you a little bit about the instrument that we've got here. So this embodiment here is for diver deployment. So the idea is that the diver would take this subsea bottle down with them, and attached to this subsea bottle are up to 3 individual ACFM probes. Now this is a big improvement over the previous generation where we could only attach 1 probe at a time. So if the diver came to a situation, a different geometry perhaps, where they needed to change probes, we'd have to recover the unit to the surface, change the probe out and then put it back down again. Now of course that all takes time and cost. So what we've done now is we've added these 3 probe connectors so that very quickly a diver can switch between different probes and utilise that time more effectively. We've also introduced a new probe. So this is we call this the diver mini array, and what this does is it adds an array of sensors under the nose here, which greatly expands the coverage of each pass of the probe. So it means that we can cover wells much quicker and much greater coverage than we've done before. So this is available alongside some of the more conventional probes, which divers have been used to using as well. So this is a typical kind of pencil probe. And this whole generation, this new generation of the U41 is a complete change from the original U31. Every part of it through the sequence has changed, because the old unit was designed back in early 2000, and obviously there's been a lot of changes in electronics and in materials performance since that time. So we've incorporated all those extra features into this new unit. What it does is it gives a much faster acquisition, so much smoother data. You get a much higher data resolution, so we're able to work through thicker coatings. So if we look at, say, a sample of weld here. Now this is just a painted piece of weld, and with the mini array we'd be able to inspect this very rapidly. But the new improvements to the electronics means that we can actually inspect for up to around about 8 millimeters thick of coating, which enables us to be able to inspect through a layer of marine growth rather than necessarily having to clean it really down to the base metal or to the base coating thickness here. We've also upgraded everything through the topside unit here, which is communicating with the subsea bottle. We've lightened the umbilical and we've actually made it so that 3 of these umbilicals can be connected together. So we have a total length of 450 meters that could be used between the diver and the station topside. A complete rework of the software to make it more user-friendly, more intuitive, and to be able to make reporting much easier. So we hope we've got here a package that divers will be able to use very easily. We're also using the same bottle design. We're able to mount this bottle onto ROVs. And with a different set of probes, we're able to support subsea inspections, but remotely through the use of ROVs. So I think those are two quite exciting roles that we can do with this particular piece of equipment.
We're seeing obviously a lot more technology this year at SUBSEA EXPO as well, which is obviously ideal for you and your company. What sort of impact are you finding that that's having with the industry? Are we seeing it change a lot more, going more digital and using technologies like these?
Yeah, very much so. So, I mean, the industry's always got increasing demands in speed, time, in terms of cost. But of course, there's a lot of aging assets, and keeping those assets reliable and producing, does require good information about the structural condition. So, what we're trying to do is provide the best technology that can give the best information to asset owners, so that they can make the best strategies in order to keep those assets operating properly.
Brilliant. It all looks like really exciting products. We look forward to seeing what happens next with these, and good luck with the rest of the show.
Thank you very much, Kirsty. Pleasure.